Hi everyone. So welcome to the video about the outcome bias.
Never judge a decision by its outcome. Outcome biases.
Say 1 million monkeys speculate on the stock. Okay, I'm gonna start again. Higher. Can you see it? Hello everyone. So we're going to be using the art of thinking clearly to talk about the outcome bias, and then so we're going to read it now, the chapter, which is just a couple of pages, and then we're going to have a little discussion about it after, and hopefully you can pay attention to the times that you do this. It'll be easier to see when other people do it, but also good to keep an eye on when you do it. Chapter 20. Never judge a decision by its outcome. Outcome bias. A quick hypothesis. Say 1 million monkeys speculate on the stock market. They buy and sell stocks like crazy and, of course, completely at random. What happens? After 1 week, about half of the monkeys will have made a profit and the other half will loss. The ones that made a profit can stay. The ones that made a loss, you send home. In the second week, one half of the monkeys will still be riding high, while the other half will have made a loss and are sent home, and so on. After 10 weeks, about 1,000 monkeys will be left, those who have always invested their money well. After 20 weeks, just one monkey will remain. This one, always, without fail, chose the right stocks and is now a billionaire. Let's call him the success monkey. How does the media react? It will pounce on this animal to understand its success principles. And they will find some. Perhaps the monkey eats more bananas than the others. Perhaps he sits in another corner of the cage. Or maybe he swings headlong through the branches, or he takes long, reflective pauses while grooming. He must have some recipe for success, right? How else could he perform so brilliantly? Spot on for 2 years, and that from a simple monkey? Impossible. The monkey story illustrates the outcome bias. We tend to evaluate decisions based on the result rather than on the decision process. This fallacy is also known as the historian error. A classic example is the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. Should the military base have been evacuated or not? From today's perspective, obviously, for there was plenty of evidence that an attack was imminent. However, only in retrospect do the signals appear so clear. At the time, in 1941, there was a plethora of contradictory signals. Some pointed to an attack, others did not. To assess the quality of the decision, we must use the information available at the time, filtering out everything we know about it post-attack, particularly that it did indeed take place. Another experiment. You must evaluate the performance of 3 heart surgeons. To do this, you ask each to carry out a difficult operation 5 times. Over the years, the probability of dying from these operations has stabilized at 20%. With surgeon A, no one dies. With surgeon B, 1 patient dies. With surgeon C, 2 die. How do you rate the performances of A, B, and C? If you think like most people, you rate A the best, B the second best, and C the worst. And thus, you've just fallen for the outcome bias. And you can guess why. The samples are too small, rendering the results meaningless. You can only really judge a surgeon if you know something about the field and then carefully monitor the preparation and execution of the operation. In other words, you assess the process and not the result. Alternatively, you could employ a larger sample, 100 or 1,000 operations if you have enough patients who need this particular operation. For now, it is enough to know that with an average surgeon, there's a 33% chance that no one will die, a 41% chance that 1 person will die, and a 20% chance that 2 people will die. That's a simple probability calculation. What stands out? There's no huge difference between 0 dead and 2 dead. To assess the 3 surgeons purely on the basis of the outcomes would not only be negligent, but also unethical. In conclusion, never judge a decision purely by its result, especially when randomness and external factors play a role. A bad result does not automatically indicate a bad decision, and vice versa. So rather than tearing your hair out about a wrong decision or applauding yourself for one that may have only coincidentally led to success, remember why you chose what you did. Were your reasons rational and understandable? Then you would do well to stick with that method even if you didn't strike it lucky last time. So there you go. So that's the outcome bias. Hopefully you enjoyed our little performance. We've actually worked on this video for a couple of days. We don't yet have an efficient system of sort of getting, so it's all been very exhausting. But there were some thoughts that I want to share from our conversations about it. One of the things I want to look at with each bias is try to understand why do we have this reflex, this bias, this fallacy, this illusion, this shortcut, this heuristic, right? For me, the example is pretty obvious, right? The easiest way to decide, to judge a decision, or to judge a decision is by its outcome, right? And so because our brains are so lazy and they try to keep things simple, sort of what's the easiest way that works most of the time? Well, rather than, as the book talked about in the last example with the heart surgeon, rather than you evaluate the process of the heart surgeon, you think about sample size and all that, well, that's very difficult. And so the brain didn't evolve to do those things, certainly not automatically. The brain needs to be able to know, or at least have some judgment about, that is good most of the time, or an important amount of the time, needs to be able to judge, is this decision good or not? Because we're making decisions all the time, and often we run into the same circumstance, the same situation, and so we need to quickly learn from our mistakes. And so, for instance, if you eat a fruit and then you start throwing up, it could have been that there was some chemical on it, could have been something else you ate that day. The easiest thing, it was the fruit, right? And don't eat that fruit anymore, right? We're making too many decisions to really be evaluating all of the details of each one in order to evaluate our decisions. So that's sort of our natural state, to just quickly find shortcuts for how to evaluate a decision. And so the easiest way to evaluate a decision, as I'm saying, is to look at, well, what was the outcome? How did it work out? But it's not actually the most accurate way to evaluate the decision. And so one thing that we can be learning by learning about these biases is when we have the time, when we don't need to rely on these split-second sort of judgments, is to, okay, so I know that my brain is going to give me this answer automatically, quickly. And in the case of the evaluating decision, I know that it's just going to really look at the outcome. It's going to kind of cheat. It's going to tell me that it was a good or bad decision just based on the outcome. But I can't actually judge that way. So for important decisions, and when I have the time, let me instead, okay, it's not the outcome so much that matters as the information that was available at the time, because that's all that we can really judge a decision based on. Because there are things that are beyond. I'm sorry, the smoke is throwing me off. No, which is not your fault at all. I thought it would be a cool effect anyway. That's why I stayed here. But it's. I think you understand what I'm saying though, and and I'll work on sort of how to explain this stuff. But that makes sense. Okay, so just really quickly, really basically, the easiest way to have a judgment of a decision is to look at the outcome. That is not actually the most accurate way to evaluate a decision. So knowing that your brain, anytime it evaluates a decision, is going to give you a judgment about the decision, and it's probably just going to be based on the outcome, even though the outcome may actually be the result of other factors. And so when you evaluate the decision, you shouldn't be looking at just the outcome, because maybe you made it okay. I think, oh God, okay. But you understand? This is great. And then we'll have to do the twaddle tendency next, because I don't know that anything I actually said really made sense. But bear with me, everybody. And also, I want you to contribute. If you put in the comments, not that I have enough followers to actually engage with, but put in the comments a bias that you think that I should do, and what your thoughts are about it. And then I'll read those. If you know a really good way to explain it, or a really good example that we could even act out, and it would be really great if it's something that you did. But hey, if it's your friend that made the mistake, that was victim of the bias, however people phrase it, then that's fine. But it would be even better if something that you did, and you're like, oh shit, and then I realized I was so sure this was a bad decision, but I realized I was actually only looking at the outcome, and actually I was judging the person. I was saying, hey, you really fucked up, and I can't rely on you for future decisions. But actually he couldn't have controlled that. His decision-making process was good. He did properly use the evidence. Or she did, or I did, and you could say, well, I guess that's sort of a self-gratifying thing, isn't it? If you come up with an example where you made a decision, you were down on yourself, everybody was telling you it was the wrong decision, and then you're like, yeah, it'd actually be quite self-vindicating. Let's do that. Thank you very much, and I think we're gonna another one. You don't have to watch these in any order, but this is the first one, and we're gonna do the twaddle tendency as well because, you know, I'm probably sometimes I talk and I think it's making sense in my head. It might not actually be making any sense. Might not be making any sense to you, and it might not make any sense at all. Thank you.
All right, what did you call?
I said you're bullshitting, baby.
So they all call bullshit. If you were wrong about your answer and that was bullshit, I'm about to say goodbye. But tell us what your answer was. So, y'all, I was right and you were wrong. Hey, no bullshit. $100,000.
No way you knew that answer. Honey, I did know the answer.
It was correct.
Now I have $100K.
You know what, Hannah? I got to explain to you. Once he knows, you got to stop calling bullshit.
I understand.
Before I go to Sally, I will go to you. Tell us about your answer.
Oh, it was absolutely bullshit. The round room was like a good guess, though.
Tadpole would be a good guess because it would be correct.